Today we're looking at a slow 12-bar blues in the key of E. Let's have a look at that intro. The intro. So the opening lick. Groups of three, triplets. Start by playing the open fourth string. Have your first finger poised and ready right above the fourth string, second fret. And that first note, it's a hammer-on, fourth string, open, hammering on with your first finger to the second fret. And it's an appoggiatura. It's just a little embellishment. You play that twice in a row. On beat 3 or 7, 8, 9, we have that hammer on, followed by the open fourth string, and then first finger grabs the fifth string, second fret. So far. That's followed by. So your first finger can shift back to the fifth string, first fret, the open fifth string, and then play the sixth string, third fret. I play with my middle finger, and I give it a slight quarter tone bend. And resolve to the sixth string open. So. Next we have the first string, third fret. I'm using all three fingers to press down on the first string. They're all pressing up against the third finger to give support and strength to that note. And I like to throw in a little rake. And what I do is I take this part of my right hand and I rest it on the strings just to the left-hand side of the bridge. And then mute them as you rake up or strum up the strings. And at the point where your pick meets the first string, you can either angle away from the first string, so to be sure not to mute it, or you can just remove your finger entirely. You can remove your hand entirely. So we have. Playing the first string open, we have the second string, third fret. And same approach, use three fingers, all combined to make one big finger. Play the second string and bend up. Quarter tone to a half step. Okay, and then we have. Use your second finger on the third string, second fret, slide up 2 frets. Leave that second finger down on the third string, fourth fret. Add your first finger to the second string, third fret, right where it falls. Play that that second string, allowing the two strings to ring together, and then your pick plays the third string, fourth fret once again. So. You'll play the third string, second fret with your first finger, and we have this rhythm. Play the third string, second fret, allow it to ring momentarily, and then you'll play two pull-offs. Well, first of all, you'll hammer on. Hammer on with your third finger onto the third string, second fret, third string, third fret. And then pull off to the second fret, and then first finger, which is still on the string, pulls off to the open third string. So second, third, second, open. And then land on the fourth string, second fret with your first finger. So. So far we have. We're going to play the fourth string open and hammer on to the second fret with our first finger. And then do that again. And that's followed by the fourth string open and then the fifth string open. Play the fifth string first fret with your first finger. And that's followed by the fifth string second fret with your second finger. Leave that down. Play the third string second fret with your third finger. Those two notes are harmonizing together. So that intro. Okay, and that's followed by the sixth string, third fret. And you can play that note with your second finger. And that takes us into the top of the 12-bar blues, measure one. We have this rhythm. Place your first finger on the fifth string, second fret. And you're going to play two notes together. The sixth string open along with the fifth string, second fret. And we have. So we're going to play that pair of notes twice. Then add your third finger to the fifth string, fourth fret. Play the sixth string open along with that note. Play them twice. So. And then returning to the fifth string, second fret. While playing the sixth string open along with that. So we have sixth string open, followed by second finger on the third fret, third finger on the fourth fret, and then first finger grabs the fourth string, second fret. To the fifth string, fifth and fourth strings, and play the same thing but up one pair of strings. So we have first finger, third finger. At the tail end of this measure, we have play the sixth string open. Place your first finger on the fourth string, second fret. Play the fifth string open along with that. That's followed by the second finger grabbing the sixth string at the third fret. You can do a quarter tone bend there. I would recommend bending towards the floor. Because if you bend in this direction, there's a good chance you're going to fall right off the fingerboard. So far with the first 2 bars of the 12-bar blues. And then we can play this phrase that we saw in the intro. We'll play it 2 times. Okay, so that takes care of the first 4 bars. Measures 5 and 6. First finger grabs the 4th string 2nd fret while you play the 5th string open along with that. Play those 2 notes, that pair of notes twice. And add your 3rd finger to the 4th string 4th fret and play that pair of notes twice. And by that pair of notes I mean 4th string 4th fret along with your 5th string open. So we have you play the 4th string 4th fret and 5th string open twice. You'll then place your 1st finger back on the 2nd fret of the 4th string and play the 5th string open. And that's the 5th string open, followed by 5th string 3rd fret. You can grab it with your 2nd finger. And then 5th string 4th fret, grab that with your 3rd finger. And then you can play the 4th and 3rd strings at the 2nd fret. Use your 1st finger to bar both strings. The next measure is the same figure that we saw in measure 2. And then measure 7. That's the same figure that we saw in measure 1, and then back to. Okay, and we came across this phrase in the intro and also measures 3 and 4. There's a little variation at the end, however. So you already know. Shift back with your 1st finger, grab the 5th string at the 1st fret. So we have 1st fret, open, 1st fret. Now that rhythm, that's a B chord, or representative of a B chord. It's a B5. It can be played up at the 9th, it can be played up at the 7th position, 7th and 9th frets. It's a little easier to grab up here because the frets are closer to each other, and your 1st finger would grab the 7th fret, 3rd finger grabs the 9th fret. Play those 2 notes together, play them twice, then add your pinky to the 11th fret. So we have 7 and 9, and then 7 and 11. And play that figure twice. And then measure 10. Okay, and we saw that earlier. Okay, in measures 2 and measure 6. And then that's followed by this turnaround lick in the key of E. Playing the 6th string open twice, then use your 2nd finger at the 3rd string 2nd fret and slide up 2 frets to the 4th fret. Leave that down, add your 3rd finger to the 1st string 4th fret, and then return to the 3rd string. And then shift back 1 fret to the 3rd fret. Let them ring together, shift back 1 fret to the 2nd fret. So that strings open together. And hammer on with your first finger onto the third string, first fret. And get up on your fingertips so you don't touch the second string. You want that second string open to continue ringing after the hammer on. Leave those notes down, allow them to ring. And then you can grab the first string with an upstroke. All notes ringing together there, and there we have. Use your second finger on the sixth string, third fret, bend up a quarter tone, and then move to the open fifth string. That's followed by the fifth string, first fret with your first finger. Then you can use your second finger on the fifth string, second fret, and let that ring while you play the third string, second fret with your third finger. So. In bar 9, excuse me, I instructed you to play it at the 7th fret. You can also play it in this position, the second position. Place your first finger on the 5th string, 2nd fret, 3rd finger on the 4th string, 4th fret. Strum those two notes twice, add your pinky to the 4th string, 6th fret, and then play that twice. So we have 4th and 6th. All the while your first finger remains on the 2nd fret.